could not have chosen a more perfect day to be here on the River Torrens at Jolly's Boathouse, cooking you guys one of my favourite go-to pastas. Carbonara would have to be one of the most popular pasta dishes in the whole entire world. A lot of people call it the breakfast pasta because it's got bacon and eggs. Now, I am making enough pasta to feed everyone here today and around me, runners, joggers, all the people. So it's a really, really simple recipe with about equal parts flour and water and a good pinch of salt as well. And we're just gonna start to mix it until it becomes a breadcrumb-like texture and then just knead it by hand to get it really, really nice and elastic. So my dough has come together really, really nicely. I've been working it for about 3 minutes and you can see if I press down, it just springs back up. So that is what we're looking for. I'm just gonna wrap this in a tea towel and we're gonna let it rest for about 15 to 20 minutes. You can make this the day ahead and then leave it in the fridge overnight if you have time. So we're just gonna roughly chop up our pancetta. Now you can use bacon, you can use speck, you can use kind of whatever you like here. I like the smokiness from the pancetta. I think it provides a really nice salty and smoky contrast to this sauce, which is really, really good. So a lot of people add cream or milk or butter into their carbonara, but the trick is if you get the temperature just right from the pan, you don't need to add any cream and you're gonna get that beautiful luscious texture just from the eggs. All right, so our eggs are whisked nicely. We're gonna leave those until the very, very end. Cold pan always for cured meats. Now, the reason why I like to go cold pan is because it's got so much fat already in it. That's basically gonna slowly render down and then allow the pancetta to get really, really nice and crispy from its natural fattiness. So our dough has been resting here, just in a tea towel, and you can see how pliable and flexible that is. So it's a really beautiful soft dough, and this is, you know, a no machine recipe, and you can make such basic shapes. So you can make orecchietti, you can make peachy, but today we're gonna make cavatelli. So I've brought along a little tool that I use at home, and it's basically a thick piece of plastic that's got ridges the whole way down. So this is what creates the grooves for the pasta. So we'll put that to the side for the minute, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna start by cutting our pasta and just wrap up any other bit of dough that you're not using, just so it doesn't dry out, especially because we are outside and it is such a warm day. Now what we're gonna do is just press down our dough, lightly flour it, and we're gonna cut it into little strips. Now all we're gonna do is just roll them into little shapes just like this in between our hands, and then we get our little board and we're going to lay it down, and then using our thumb we're just going to gently press and then roll away. So you get all these beautiful little ridges, and then down the bottom you've got a little hole, so that's all little places that the sauce is going to catch into. All right, so our cavatelli are all nice and rolled. So I've just coated them lightly in flour, and they'll probably only take about 1 minute to 1.5 minutes to cook. We'll leave them there. I'm gonna put my pan just on top, just so it comes back to the boil, but I also wanna get just a little bit of heat into my fry pan. So my worst fear right now is that I'm going to scramble eggs with you guys and make this how it shouldn't be made. So I'm just going to take my time and really just gently warm this pan, because the heat of the pasta when it comes out is going to lightly cook the eggs, which is exactly what we want. So this is all a patience game right now. So I'm just gonna take the pasta off. I'm gonna turn the heat off here, pop the pan back on the heat, and then just gently scoop in our pasta straight into our pan with a bit of that water as well. Oh, off goes the Popeye. All right, so pasta in, eggs go in, and it's kind of like making an omelette. As soon as you can see that it's starting to cook, you want to take this off the heat. This is all about heat control, so you don't want to go too high with the heat because otherwise you're going to end up with scrambled eggs, and we all know they're only good on toasted sourdough. Hi! Oh my God, they're the cutest little dogs ever. All right, so you can see the egg is now starting to just change color. So it's going a really pale white color in here, which is exactly what we're looking for. Now we just want this to thicken up really nicely. I'm gonna grate a little bit of Parmigiano cheese as well into this, just to help emulsify and thicken our sauce. Now I say a little bit, I mean a lot, like a lot of cheese. Beautiful, that is so creamy. So that's gonna go straight into our bowl. And then all that crispy pancetta. And you want to put it on top because that's the only way it's going to stay crispy until you can dig into that. There you have it, bacon and eggs, but the best way to have it with pasta.